Hey, this is Calvin Parker. You're listening to the Unbelievers Podcast.
There were several groups. One of the principal ones was the reptilians from the Orion complex.
Without any exaggeration, it was like being on fire inside.
Rats were eating you up inside.
This stuff was in my mouth. It felt like it was 500 degrees. It was unbelievably hot.
My first question would be, were you a member of the Church of Satan, a card-carrying member of the Church of Satan?
I don't understand.
There's always an argument for everything. You know, just because somebody can fake something doesn't necessarily mean it's
war, and we found a life form. And that's when I started shitting my pants.
So for the person who called, I am carrying an alien.
An alien baby. We covered right here, okay?
Okay.
Something is happening. What is it? That's the question. So do UFOs exist? It depends on what you mean exist.
All-star team-ups have been a staple of television and pop culture for decades. Seminal events like the Jetsons meet the Flintstones, the Ninja Turtles teaming with the Power Rangers, Steve Urkel on Full House. Earth-shattering crossovers such as these are major events for fans of all ages, but has it ever happened in the paranormal world? We'll find out tonight as we celebrate Spooktober by discussing the most ambitious yet terrifying live television spectacular to ever flicker across the basic cable paranormal airwaves. 4 famous teams and a slew of celebrity guests are pushed to their absolute limits as they team up to bring peace to America's spookiest town. It's time now for Haunted Salem Live. Right here in the program, we continue to learn to unlearn everything you know. Hello and welcome to the Unbelievers Podcast. I'm Rus Ryan, and joining me as always is Drea Mora. Hello, Drea.
Hello, Russell.
And soundboard engineer and producer Rob Okey.
You don't tell me I am this is you leave.
No, don't leave. Stay, please. Enjoy the show. We were just getting started. What's going on, guys?
Not much. It is good to be back. We're here. It's Spooktober. It's been a minute. We've been a little delayed with this. We've done a couple live streams, but it's good to get back on the show.
Yes, indeed.
I've been very busy. I've watched you guys live streaming, and you've been doing a great job. I've been all over the place. I just got back from San Diego. So I've been.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun. I had a good time. It's, more California. Don't really have much else to compare it to besides LA, but it's kind of like LA, kind of like New York. It's a little bit in between.
LA, don't tell anybody, but it's better. I love San Diego. I miss it.
Yeah, no, I think during the show that I went to, Ed made a great joke, which I will basically regurgitate right now. But if you look up what are some fun things to do in San Diego, the number one thing is go back to LA. I thought that was pretty fun. That's
funny,
Ed Larson for you right there.
Yeah, I've never been either, so I don't know if I can get along with the San Diego slander that's going on, but that's pretty awesome. But was there anything Halloween-y out there in San Diego? Does San Diego embrace the season?
Kind of. I saw some pumpkins, actually. I went down to, there was like this little harbor front area where they have the USS Midway, which not really very Halloweenish, but there was pumpkins and stuff, and there was a lot of people.
Get a ghost ship.
I guess so. There was a lot of people there. It was a Sunday afternoon or Saturday afternoon, actually. And it was just, weekend traffic, kind of like the busiest time to be roaming around as a tourist in San Diego. But honestly, I had a great time. So shout outs to San Diego, anybody who lives there and listens to this show.
And of course, speaking of lots of people, that is what we will be discussing tonight, because we are going to get into something called Haunted Salem Live. Yes, that music can only mean one thing. It is here at long last. The real most wonderful time of the year, Spooktober. You love to see it. And that was Kristen Lawrence with Witch of Salem Town. Great song.
Yeah, that was adorable sounding. It kind of reminded me of Disneyland. I guess like a Pirates of the Caribbean type ride.
Yes.
But Halloween themed.
I was going to say boo, but I was going to say it in like a boo, like I scared you sort of way. I wasn't trying to shit on that music. But
I just got scared.
Yeah, no, it was fine.
Yeah, that's just to get us into the mood in some weird Gaelic way, but talking about Salem. But tonight we will be discussing a star-studded paranormal event that took place in October of 2019, an event that featured 3 all-star paranormal investigation teams investigating 3 separate haunted locations in Salem, Massachusetts. Exciting TV, yes. Almost reminds you a little of 28 Days Haunted, but it's just one night. And this was a 4-hour live spectacular.
I wish that it would have been swapped. I would rather have seen these teams do 28 days than the other team.
I could not imagine if this was 4 hours long. 45 minutes was plenty. I know it was basically like the NFL Red Zone version of like ghost hunting, because it was just like only the good parts and like kind of just like divided up in a way that was really easy to consume. But
you're talking about the way that you can only watch this now. It's hard to find the actual 4-hour version. They just put like a 45-minute redux up on Amazon, and
that's what the rewind part meant.
That's the rewind, because it was a long thing. So
see, no, that they used the wrong word. It should have been fast forward, because that's what they did. They fast forwarded through probably so much boring bullshit that was in this thing.
Well, which was going to make this even better, because we're covering nothing but the hits here. So I wanted to cover this for 2 reasons. First off, it is about a location that we've never really delved into much. Salem, Massachusetts. It's Halloween time. Salem's best known for witches and the Salem witch trials, which were that series of hearings and prosecutions of people accused of witchcraft in colonial Massachusetts between February 1692 and May 1693. More than 200 people were accused. 30 people were found guilty, 19 of whom were executed by hanging. We got 14 women, 5 men, as well as 2 dogs.
What?
One other man.
What did the dogs do?
Witch dogs.
They were witches.
They were familiars.
How is it?
And one other man, Giles Corey, he died under torture after refusing to enter a plea, and at least 5 people died in jail.
Yeah. Whatever about Giles Corey. What about these dogs? Tell us about the dogs. We need to do a whole episode just about the dogs of Salem and find out their story, because I have a feeling you don't have enough. I have a huge feeling
tragic
you don't have
dogs.
You don't have any information on these dogs, do you, Russ?
I'm trying to. No, I don't. I know that they're somehow involved.
You're trying to skirt. You're trying to get away from the dogs as quickly as possible, but
he's smiling. The sick. He thinks it's
well.
funny.
Look, all I gotta say. A lot of my knowledge of this comes from our predecessor, Unbelievable podcast, especially that story of Giles Corey. That's always stuck in my mind. He was the one who was tortured by pressing, where he was slowly crushed by stones to get that famous admission. His only response was, "More weight." You know, that was like classic stuff. So it was more, what are you waiting for? I wish he would have said that.
That's
trick or treat kids or something.
Yeah, why don't you wait more?
So much strangeness occurred there allegedly, and you have to assume it's got to be super haunted to this day. And of course, the other reason I want to cover this is this all-star paranormal teams that were chosen to be part of this. So this show features Jack Osbourne and Katrina Weidman from Portals of Hell, Amy Bruni, Adam Berry, and Chip Coffey from Kindred Spirits, Dalen Spratt, Juwan Mass, and Marcus Harvey, the Ghost Brothers, Dave Schrader and Cindy Kaza from the Holds Are My Beer Files, and wow,
it's not the name of the show. That's not the name. What's the proper name of the show?
The Holzer Files.
Yes, okay.
But that is some lineup, and there's a lot of familiar names. Rob, would you agree this is kind of the Avengers Assemble of basic cable ghost hunters?
This is the Justice League of ghost hunters, bro. This is not the Avengers. The Avengers would have, like, Zach Baggins would have been in the Avengers.
No, I think he's the Legion of Doom. I think his Halloween special that we covered very early on, that was like the Legion of Doom. It was like him and P.P. Warren. He had all kind of weird witches and stuff there.
I feel like he got invited to this thing, and he was like, who's going to the party? Yeah, right. I'm way cooler than all of them. That's like, feels like he should have been there. The way they marketed this thing,
RSVP'd, yes, but wouldn't show.
Yeah, the way they marketed this thing was like all of Travel Channel's best ghost hunters together at once. And then it was like, wait a second, where's the dude who like made this a thing for you guys.
Well, maybe there's something there. Maybe people are realizing how fucked up he is and how mean he is.
I think he's got beef with so many people. We already covered his other famous thing with Nick Groff. Like I think other paranormal shows probably don't want to associate with him. And maybe I don't know. Maybe he likes it like that.
Maybe something's happening.
I think that like his shows do very well. They have like a cult like following for their fan base, and I have a feeling that they would want him on this thing. I don't think that they would not want him on it. I think that they would want him on the show.
Yeah, I think they're amassing their forces. The channel is because look, if this is somehow the Paranormal Justice League, they make an effort to let us know that Jack Osbourne is the Superman or the Iron Man. He's the leader, which I don't really buy into. As you know, I was very clear about my thoughts on this guy in that Nights of Terror UFO episode.
He's the leader?
I think he's definitely billed as the leader of this.
I thought it was like this Chris Hansen wannabe guy who's like running this.
Oh, that's a host. That's just a host. We're going to get into that. There's an actual host. But of all the teams, he's definitely.
It doesn't say Jack Osbourne's, does it?
I guess you're giving him a lot by making him the leader here. I guess, I don't know, because he's like the first one. Is that why?
Well, the poster doesn't lie either. It features him prominently.
Oh,
Like he's the guy in the front.
If he gets the poster spot, then it's true.
I don't know. My eyes did not go to him immediately on the poster, I guess.
Well, speak for yourself.
Well, look, there's a lot of people in this. I know, like the rest of them are all pretty cool for the most part. Chip Coffey, I know we are a big fan of. The Ghost Brothers are awesome. I like the Ghost Brothers. We never really covered them because I thought their show was good. I really didn't have any reason to make fun of them, or maybe I do after watching this.
The Ghost Brothers are cool actually, because like the thing about ghost hunting shows is that they're all literally Xerox copies of each other, and that's the thing about the Ghost Brothers is that they are completely different than all of the other shows that are out there, these ghost hunting shows, and they're cool, the Ghost Brothers. So
yeah, that's why I've watched the show. I know it. I was just like, no, this like they're funny kind of on purpose. So it's like it would be hard to kind of make fun of. But
a much more relaxed approach to it, which is something I really appreciate because so many of these shows take themselves so seriously, which is why it's so easy to make fun of. But Ghost Brothers are like, yeah, they're very relaxed about it.
They are not without their own little like goofiness though. They are.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Don't worry.
Goofiness.
Look, and the only way we're gonna find out is to jump right into the spectacular special of spookery called Haunted Salem Live. That starts with a warning, quote, "What you're about to see is a live ghost hunt. Paranormal behavior is unpredictable, dangerous, and terrifying. Do not watch if you are afraid." But we're just listening, so I think we're okay.
I'm afraid.
Let's hear the intro
Does
now.
that mean I don't have to watch it? I'm terrified.
Rob, I think you should.
You're just listening. It's fine.
Damn it. All right.
So let's hear the intro from this dynamic host of this event, Jamie Kaler.
This is Haunted Salem Live. I'm Jamie Kaler, and I'm here live with the cast of Travel Channel's Kindred Spirits.
Did I mention them
Portals
live?
to Hell, Ghost Brothers Haunted House Guests, and the Holzer Files. Tonight, with an all-star team of Travel Channel's paranormal experts, special guests, and all of you watching, we'll reach out to the disturbed spirits of the Salem witch trials. Our teams will conduct simultaneous investigations from 3 locations, all deeply rooted to the infamous trials. In just a moment, our teams will begin their live investigations, working together for the first time to shed new light on the 300-year-old myths and mysteries surrounding America's first witch hunt. It's a horrifying tale of accusations, executions, and even murder from beyond the grave.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie Kaler. So the audience even gets to mention the intro. That's always nice because this is billed as an immersive, multi-platform event that will investigate ghost activity at these 3 historic locations of the Salem witch trials. And you wouldn't think this show would need like plebes like us at home when you've got, Portals to Hell, Kindred Spirits, the Ghost Brothers, Holzer, everyone's in there. Like, how can the audience even get a word in?
I mean, you're not supposed to. You're just supposed to sit in awe and be lucky that you were invited to watch the party happen.
I mean, honestly, it's the dream blunt rotation for like a ghost nerd. And so it's even more of a reason to just stay home and just fucking get baked and just watch this for 4 hours on your multiple devices, on your iPad and
on 5 devices at the same time.
Oh my God. It's so immersive. Just get into it.
So yes. And the reason that Salem is getting all this attention, especially with this thing, is because it has a curse. There is a witch's curse on Salem. And to explain more about that, They're going to tell us what the point of this special is. What is the point? What are they even doing there besides Salem is spooky? So they bring on Dave Schrader from the hit show Holzer Files to elaborate.
David, what are some of the important facts that our teams are trying to learn tonight?
You know, Jamie, as you just mentioned, this was an insanely tragic part of our American history. But this is something that's happened that has continued to be a stain on the city of Salem. Today, I mean, people still believe that there are things going on here because of what took place 300 years ago. And there are raging fires. You've got mysterious deaths. You've got paranormal activity that spills out in the streets of this town. So our object tonight is really to try to get in there and figure out what's going on and is this curse still prevalent?
Well, it's such a big moment in history. Let me ask you this. Are the teams tonight trying to locate specific spirits?
Well, they certainly are. That's why we've picked the locations that we have.
It's like a
You've
war
got places
briefing.
that are
Do we have
so
targets?
important to the history of the Salem witch trials, the terrors that took place, the horrific ends of 20 people's lives. And we're hoping tonight that maybe, just maybe, we can make that contact, find out the real history behind these stories. And perhaps our teams spread out all over Salem will be able to bring some kind of absolution to these people, give them a chance to finally find peace.
Oh, yeah, peace in our time. Yeah, so spirits are spilling out into the streets. The paranormal is out of control. This is kind of an emergency situation.
Panic on the streets of Salem, I guess.
He's so serious about this. Like, I feel like he's discussing this like he's discussing NFL.
Talking about the deaths of 20 people and 2 dogs.
Geopolitics and terroristic actions going on some of the way. And look, you're going to like this. I found the unedited version of that segment, and it sounded something like this.
And there are raging fires. You've got mysterious deaths. You've got paranormal activity that spills out in the streets of this town.
Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
The dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
It's out of control.
Pets' heads are falling off. It's just madness.
What's Jack Osbourne going to do now, Rob? Let's find out. So they're going to take us now to the first location is going to be investigated. This is the place they refer to as Ground Zero for the Salem witch trials, the notoriously haunted Rockefeller's Restaurant, which sits atop the site of the original Salem Meeting Hall. And at this place, waitstaff and the guests, they report all kind of paranormal activity. There's also been a slew of mysterious and tragic deaths that occur here. They also have a famous ghost picture, a very famous ghost picture. Let's hear about that from Guess Who.
But most famously, the building is known for the lady in the blue dress.
The legend of the lady in the blue dress has endured through many generations of the story of that building. People say they see her in Rockefeller's all the time.
327 years ago, a dreadful chain of events set into motion a history of tragedies and death, which still vibrates within the walls of Rockefeller's today. Leading our exploration at Rockefeller's tonight are Jack Osbourne and Katrina Weidman from Travel Channel's Portals to Hell. Here they are. Jack, what's your initial focus tonight?
Yeah. Okay, so, I mean, we've got a lot of ground to cover. It's a very big building. There's the obvious Salem witch connection here, but we're actually going to spend our first part of the evening looking for the lady in the blue dress.
Mm-hmm. She's been seen here for decades, and people claim that they have a photograph of her. So we're going to see if we can find out who she is and why she's still here. And we're going to start with the baseline investigation.
We'll be monitoring all your activity at all times, so good luck in there. So let's get into the action at Rockefeller's.
Yeah, there they are, man. Jack Osbourne and Katrina Weidman. I don't think I can say it like that. I didn't know that's how you said it.
Yeah, I've never heard her name said that way.
On live TV, too. She's like, I'm not Weidman.
I thought she was weed, man. I didn't know she was Weidman.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Definitely smoke.
Katrina Weidman. It sounds like a hurricane of fucking marijuana.
I mean,
pleasure,
I think we know what a weed man is. It's a dealer.
Christina Weidman. That's her name.
Christina. Yeah, we got it all wrong. Christina Weidman or something called her.
I've always kind of had like, I don't know, I'm biased with Jack. I like Jack because I feel like we've always kind of looked alike. Even since I was a little
Is that all it is for you?
He looks like my doppelganger. Like when I was younger, we used to look very similar. And then I like didn't see him for a long time. And then I grew a beard and then I saw him and he like also grew a beard. And I was like, this is
the
getting
Spider-Man
weird,
moment to each other. Holy shit.
I don't know what he would ever think if he saw me. I feel like he would have a strange moment.
Follow me, doppelganger. It's American Maine from Rhode Island.
Anyone else noticed that his accent is becoming a lot more British again?
I do have a
'Cause he
strange
went for the
fondness.
while.
I have a strange fondness for him. He's quite nice. He's a good actor. If you remember, he was in that 70s show. Actually, no, he's a terrible actor. He's been in a bunch of TV shows, though.
Well, he's been in he's tried every gimmick. That was my whole thing against him. It's like they just shoved him from reality show. Jack Osbourne loses weight. Jack Osbourne flies a plane. Jack Osbourne fucking does this. They were just trying to find something that stuck. He's like, all right, I'll do the paranormal. I'll just do the paranormal.
Yeah.
And my mom set this all up. We're all good now.
Makes sense.
But
yeah.
I won't even get into his.
You think his mom
now
set it
Kelly
all up?
Osbourne
Is
is
that
a
what-
medium too. That's another day.
Oh, right.
So they're on the case of this lady in a blue dress. He gets to sit at a nice cushy restaurant during all this. So after that, they introduce the next location because they got all these people to get to in this. So they go to this place called the Proctor House. You seen this? You heard about this? This is a house that was central to the Salem witch trials. It was home to John and Elizabeth Proctor. They were wealthy landowners who, along with their maid, were accused of witchery and witchcraft. And John was, in fact, the first accused and hung for his witchery. And the house is still occupied, and the current owners claim to be plagued by ghostly activity, things like footsteps. They have a player piano that plays.
Oh, no.
Oh,
that's not
I
what we're trying to do.
No, they said
Hey, look, if that's not spooky enough, listen to this.
But it's the family's 18-year-old daughter, Catherine, who has been victim to the brunt of the paranormal attention.
Just kind of scary thinking like that there's something else that's in the house with us.
From constant nosebleeds to even being pushed down the stairs. Who is responsible for this ghostly activity? Is it John Proctor's known adversary and neighbor, Giles Corey? The man who cursed Salem after being pressed to death? Could he still be haunting the home of his arch nemesis? Is John still looking for justice? Does he want a grave marker or revenge? Is Mary still haunting this location? Our team will try to answer these questions and identify the nature of this ghostly activity.
That's a lot of things to figure out. I mean, good thing this is a 4-hour special. I like the theory that the guy who got crushed is haunting his neighbor's house. It's like
that makes no sense. Yeah.
Or that, I mean, it's better than John Proctor wanting his own gravestone. It's like, well, who said maybe?
Does he want a grave marker? Like, I don't know. Maybe he wants some fucking pancakes. Like,
so many
anything
theories.
but that.
So many theories. What could be the ghost of the dogs? Like, who knows? Like,
They didn't bring that up. You're right.
I
And
know.
nosebleeds, we're talking nosebleeds, falling down the stairs. That is classic.
Constant nosebleed. You die from that.
Any
Constant.
accused witch ghost is definitely going to give you nosebleeds and push you down the stairs. That's kind of a given in these kind of
I know.
situations.
I was definitely picturing somebody being pushed down the stairs as their nose was bleeding profusely. Just blood everywhere.
When we talked
I don't know.
about Dear David, that was the whole thing they covered in that episode, is that lady fell down the stairs in the basement. And they're like, I'm not clumsy, I swear.
Honestly, stairs can be really difficult, especially like if you had alcohol, if it's really dark. There's so many reasons that stairs can just be a problem. So like,
Witch
technically,
ghosts love them. Perfect.
Because you're looking up. You're trying to keep your nose bleed from dripping. So you're going to be looking up and hence you fall down the stairs.
well, and there's so many of them, usually. It's
So
just
many.
like,
Yeah.
why do we need all these things? But yeah.
At least 3.
So the team that's on site for this one, this Proctor House, this is the team of kindred spirits. This is Adam Berry, Amy Bruni, and Chip Coffey. Adam, Amy, Chippy. So one of our, Chip, of course, being one of our favorites. And here they are with their mission statement for this.
Adam, with so much family tragedy seared into this house and the area around us, how are you guys going to handle your investigation?
I mean, well, you know, we're obviously going to look for John Proctor. This place has never been investigated before. He's supposedly buried somewhere on the property. So maybe he's the cause of some of the activity, but we can't forget about Mary Warren, the servant. Like, maybe she has a story to tell. So we're going to look at all of the threads here.
Chip, what's your plan of attack?
Amy and Adam are going to go inside in a few minutes and begin their investigation, and then they're going to call me in to see what I pick up intuitively, and hopefully we'll get some great results in this fabulous house.
I hope for the great results. A lot to figure out here. Yeah. Good luck, team.
All right, we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Good luck.
Straight to the basement.
Goodbye. All right,
Bye.
goodbye. I love Chip's game plan here. He's like, look, I'm going to hang back. I'm going to take pics in front of this fabulous house, and I'm just
my
going to
God.
wait until you need some medium
It's
action.
haunted as shit, but it is fabulous when you just look at it.
It is.
I love that.
See, Chip. That's what Chip will always get on these shows because some of these people are such a snooze. You need a guy like Chip who's like, he realized like, all right, we're gonna he's like, and then we're gonna go in. I'm gonna be out here, and it was this fabulous place, and here we go. It's like, all right, we gotta wake us up. Yes, all right, we're doing something here.
Yes. Yeah, no, Chip is the best. Every single ghost show should add a little bit of Chip coffee, and it'll be a lot better. Yeah.
And it's weird with this place. It's with all this like ghost hunting and going on in this area and Salem being what it is, being such a hot spot of paranormal stuff. Has this place never been investigated? That's what they claimed. Like, I mean, probably so. It may not have been on TV, so I guess it didn't happen. Seems like someone looked into this place by now. But Adam and Amy, they start off in the basement. We heard that. They wave goodbye a bunch of times. And they start asking questions and trying to get EVP-style answers. But they don't do it with a spirit box. We're kind of used to these shows now. Do that instant communication or be able to use the spirit box. They have an actual little small recorder and they ask a few questions. They kind of do the classic EVP style, but they're doing it on live TV. So they hold it out and they record and they talk for a little bit, and then they stop it, rewind it. All right. And they play back their conversation again. They're not getting that whole like conversational aspect of an EVP.
Well, I mean, it needs to be edited down, but this is live, Russ. This is a live production.
I know.
They got to show that kind of stuff because otherwise it doesn't feel live. Like Ghost Adventures does that a lot, what you're talking about. The classic EVP style recording. Let's talk to it, listen to the thing live. They do that all the time, but they chop it up in a way that it feels like, oh, they just did it and got something instantly. So you're seeing a little bit of the threads that are holding it together here, the full EVP, and how that's how it feels when you're doing it, when you're like hanging out with your friends doing this shit.
Yeah, you're right. And that is why there are like 4 teams and 10 special guests on this, because like they were getting zero response doing this. They're just going over and over. It's like, oh yeah, this is compelling stuff. Anyway, but don't worry, we got other stuff. You know,
did anybody else feel like they shifted segments? They would transition to the next segment. I was like, I thought things were just getting good. Like the editing was a little strange.
It was a lot. There was a lot to try to squeeze into 45 minutes. Because basically the only reason it was even 45 minutes is because of the commercials. This needed to be an hour long of network television, and this was 4 hours that they filmed.
Yeah, live, which is, you know.
Just remember that when you consider any editing going on here. This is 4 hours of content.
This. I'm like,
they tried to squeeze it into 45 minutes.
Yeah, they show you what they got though.
4 hour nonsense until right now, like because I watched it earlier today, and of course it was the condensed version, the rewind, if you will.
Yeah,
and so that would be pretty torturous to go through.
It's difficult.
Of this bullshit.
It's pretty tough.
This is helpful. We're helping them out too.
Challenging.
So we've got the first 2 like locations now. They're going to introduce the final haunted Salem location for this evening. It's a place with a terrifying backstory that the other paranormal teams don't even have the balls to go to.
Just outside of Salem Village lies Ipswich Jail, the old wretched jail where the accused witches were imprisoned and tortured while awaiting execution. One of the most famous prisoners held captive here was Giles Corey. He spent his last months in this very jail, chained and cursing his cellmates and captors.
I curse you from the bottom of my black heart. Go to hell, you people.
It was some of the most horrific living conditions you could imagine. They were wearing heavy chains. It was freezing cold during the winter. You got bread and water and nothing else.
The jail was closed in the early 1700s. The building auctioned off and converted into a house. After its first registered owners, the jail's dark history becomes unclear. It is currently abandoned, but some believe its prisoners never left, and their torment and anguish have marked the house with a dark paranormal activity.
Yeah, the old jail. So this is where they held Giles Corey, the more wake guy, the witch guy, but now it's just an abandoned house. Who allegedly, this is a guy who cursed this entire town, allegedly.
And then he cursed at everybody else while he was in the jail cell with them. He was just the worst roommate ever, basically. Every day, just woke up and he was like, fuck everybody, fuck you all.
I curse you from the bottom of my black heart.
Relax, dude. Relax. We're literally in a 2-bedroom apartment here, and you are acting like a madman. Like, just chill out. Dude, Giles.
He is, and can you just say you curse a place and it's cursed? Is that how it works? I mean, I know this guy was a witch, allegedly. Do you have to be a witch? It sounds fun. I want to just go.
I curse you from the bottom of my black heart.
After all of this, we need one of these.
I
Break the curse! Break the curse!
Break the curse.
There we go. Now everything that he just said is completely reversed, and we have neutralized the situation from this.
And thank God. And thank God I didn't accidentally click the leave the meeting button, because that's usually what we play at the end of our recording sessions. That, you know, I don't think our listeners know that.
No.
Maybe a couple of
Yeah, we
do.
do. That's kind of our sign off to ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like our I don't know, our way of saying goodbye as unbelievers. But yeah, no, that's a peek behind the curtain right there. But yeah,
so they got this curse. This cursed prison could have been solved in 5 minutes, was not. And you may be wondering, who are the poor suckers that are damned to enter this cursed site, this haunted jail? It's actually one of the better paranormal teams, bringing some much needed diversity to this special and the paranormal TV world in general. It is the Ghost Brothers.
It's time to meet our final team joining us tonight. Dalen, Juwan, Marcus, and Cindy will be heading into the old Ipswich jail.
Connect them.
Now, Dalen, this old jail that held so many people accused of witchcraft more than 300 years ago, what's your goal tonight?
Our goal is to figure out who's actually haunting this jail and to see if we can get in contact with the infamous Giles Corey. You know, he's the reason why they say this whole town is cursed.
Man, shoot. Giles Corey curse.
It sounds dangerous, though, so please stay safe and good luck.
Let's go. All right, Cindy, we'll see you up the drive. See you later. Oh, my God. All right, here we go. Let's get it. Slow down. Slow down. He anxious. He anxious. Ready, brother. He's ready. I see you. Let's go. I know you're ready. For sure. Man, hey, I was born ready. Hey, brother. Oh, wait. Man, come on, let's wait. Before we go in, dog. Before we go in, we gotta, you know what we gotta do. Right? We gotta pop the trunk on these guys. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, bro.
Oh, they got like their own like break the curse thing.
They do.
It's a whole ritual. They do it in every episode. They pop the trunk and they see what kind of paranormal equipment and goodies that they're going to bust out, or sometimes it's like a creepy prop or something. But
that's what it is. Okay, so that was Dalen, Juwan, Marcus, and Cindy. I didn't know that the fourth ghost brother was a white girl, but that's actually friend of Dave Schrader. That is psychic medium Cindy Kaiser. That's their equivalent of Chief Coffey on that show.
I have to admit, the first time that they showed the Ghost Brothers, they're standing there with Cindy. It reminded me of that meme.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
And when I'm watching this, I'm like, the one non-white team on this whole channel, and they send them to the jail. Oh, great look, Travel Channel. Wow. Like, yeah, you guys go to the jail.
Honestly, no, he's not the first person to think of that, because I was watching it with friends, and like I was the last person to even think of that, but I was not the only person to think it. And so, yeah, Russ gets a bit of a pass.
I mean,
everyone was.
You are also, it's like comparing like a jail to like a place where people were tortured, a place where people were like, there's no good place to be anywhere.
I don't know. Jack looks pretty comfy in that restaurant. That place is pretty nice. It's a functioning restaurant. But so they get right to it. They pop the trunk in the jail.
That's you. You're pop the trunk. That's Russ when he comes.
That's when I get to a paranormal site. All right, time to pop the trunk and figure this out. So,
I got so scared because there's a Yellow Wolf song called "Pop the Trunk," and he's like, "Don't make me go pop the trunk on you," and it's about shooting somebody. I think so.
Yeah. When he said "pop the drunk," I figured it's shooting a drunk person in the head.
Maybe no, they'll shoot him with that camera that makes them look like, Dot Man dancing around. Or something.
Love
they
that.
pop the trunk of paranormal.
Oh my God, that is the best. Okay, it works. It fucking works. They're gonna shoot him with the camera. It's great.
So they get it.
Oh yeah, pop the trunk.
They pop the trunk on this pop the drunk, and they actually bring a sliver of excitement to this when they actually get responses from the spirits.
So right now we're in the basement. So this is the bottom of the jail. You see these chains? Look at these shackles, man. Oh, snap, bro. Oh, yeah. That's crazy. We have a REM pod set here. Is there anyone in here in this basement with us right now? We set up a REM pod right here next to the shackles. All you have to do is come anywhere in this general vicinity. Is anyone here with us?
Do these chains remind you of any conditions?
Let's open up a spirit box.
Yeah, let's do the spirit box.
Here we go.
Everything is...
And we're going to run a spirit box. Are there any spirits in us right now? You said no?
No.
No now, right?
No.
But how you going to say no, though?
If you're going to say no, then you're not here.
Can we get a name? What's your name? Never?
Never?
Wow.
do think the ghost is trying to trick them. Are there any spirits here? No. It's like, they're too smart. They're not falling for this shit.
Funny. It's just funny. It's jokes.
They're being catty. The ghosts are being catty. They're like, can I have your number? And they're like,
no ghosts here.
You know, like you can't. That's what it feels like, at least.
These are old-timey ghosts. They're tricking them, which is great. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, why not? Wouldn't you? Like, if you were a ghost and you had these investigatory teams coming up in your shit bothering you, wouldn't you want to fuck with them? Like the way that we fuck with telemarketers, you know?
That's
yeah,
true.
Maybe they have their own Instagram feeds about fucking with humans, you know, fucking with ghosts.
It feels like right now it's the other way around, though, where like the ghost hunters are fucking with the ghosts. Like we're the ones who are bothering them. You know what I mean? Like we're the telemarketers. Like it's the other way around right now, unfortunately.
And really, there's a third layer to it. And it's that we, the audience, are being fucking fucked with because...
Yeah, by the editors.
Yeah, we're
the
still
ghosts and the editors, teams, everyone's tricking us as always. But and as far as the scene went, the excitement must have been too much that something actually happened. So thankfully, they cut back to Jack Osbourne and Katrina in that Rockefeller restaurant where nothing is really going on. They see the lady in blue, not for themselves, but a picture of her hanging on the wall. And I'm like, this is great content. You found a picture of the thing you showed us earlier. Awesome. So. Then they go check in at the Proctor house where Chip Coffey, he's just hanging around like Beetlejuice.
Before we hop back to Chip, are we going to talk about that weird thing that Jack and Katrina used?
Which one was that?
That box that like just makes moaning sounds and like barely...
Yeah, what the hell
barely
was
understand what the hell it is, and they talk to it for a few minutes. They're like, "Oh, we can't get anything out of it." But it's like this box that kind of talks, but doesn't really do. It was some of the stuff, the new ghost tools that they use. I feel like they're just coming up with things that just make dumb sounds, so that people can get tricked into thinking it sounds like words. And that's
like the audio version of an AI image generator.
Basically, it's more like a fart machine. They're just like.
I took a picture that I was going to send to some people, maybe Brendan Shea or some other ghost hunter people, or maybe Big Nick, and be like, what is this thing that they use? It doesn't do anything. Yeah, you're right. It was like a sound effect maker, and they just kind of stood around like, all right.
They're all glorified fart machines. That's literally what they are at this point. They just are a bunch of pre-programmed bullshit machines, and they just scatter them around these haunted houses. And I'm not standing for it anymore. I want real ghost hunting tools.
There was no compelling audio to use of it, so I just have to kind of skip that happened. Even though it was so
I had
short.
to mention it though, because I was watching and I was like, "What is that?" And what? No,
I'll
what are
post
we
a
doing?
pic of it. We'll get to the bottom of it. I bet.
It sucked.
Yeah.
But so they go to Chip Coffey, like I said, hanging around like Beetlejuice, but he gets tagged in, and they can't skip any Coffey action in this. So here is his initial feeling upon entering and meeting up with the kindred spirits.
There's a lot of aggression in this room.
Okay. Aggression.
Someone was physically assaulted in this room.
Really? Okay.
Okay.
And whoever's in this room takes out anger sometimes on women.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That makes sense.
And you should be very careful because you might get assaulted.
Really?
Yes.
Why specifically women?
Shit.
He's a bit of a misogynist.
Really? Okay.
So it's a he.
It is a he.
Okay.
You're getting a male predominantly in the space.
Who is all over the space.
Really? Okay.
Like commanding the space.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, misogynist.
That's pretty
lot.
bad.
That's a lot.
Would old-timey ghosts even know what that means? I thought all guys back then felt that way about the fairer sex, where like...
Oh, yeah. So are you trying to say all men were misogynists?
Back then? Yeah.
He's a bit of a misogynist.
As Chip would say.
No, like that. Yeah, it was different back in the day. Like, it wasn't. Things were.
Women just shut up and took it.
Well, it's good that he feels the need to give Amy Bruni the heads up. Be like, oh, by the way, you're probably gonna get assaulted in here. You know, you could have left me out there, but now I'm in here.
The way that he gradually like gets to that point where he's like, there is a ghost in here, and it's kind of an asshole, and particularly doesn't like women, and it really doesn't like you. I think it's gonna kick her ass. Like the way that he like gradually gets to that point, you're just like, wow. We're really building
like,
up to this.
I'll be perfectly fine in here. He's actually cool with me.
I feel a lot of the time that he is making shit up as he goes along, and so that's why when you see him make really overreactive, like dramatic faces, I know. How dare I? How dare you, Coffey?
How dare you talk about Chip Coffey like this?
So that's kind of all they have here. And
I think all back.
I think the producers even start to realize here, the only thing that this special has going so far is that Ipswich jail, where the Ghost Brothers and Cindy, they're actually getting results. Well, and they got another.
They got fucking Zelda Rubinstein, Chip Coffey over here. He's keeping things going, dude. He's basically, that's who he is. If you think about it, he is basically the medium, the psychic medium from Poltergeist. Yeah. Just reincarnated into this little funny man.
Too. Yes. Like, oh, this house is clean, y'all.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? He totally is. I don't know how we haven't put this together
like,
yet,
they should have just all gone there. But so they have to go back to the jail, and they add another investigator to this party, a paranormal investigator named Tim Wood. He's going to bring the wood, and he is now somewhere in the house with them doing a Ouija board with the Ghost Brothers. Like, I gotta say, a lot of these shows don't take that extra step to actually do a Ouija board, but they're like, this is Haunted Salem Live. We're in the jail. We're doing it. So they bring out the Ouija board, and again, they get something to happen.
Bro, GC, Giles Corey, GC.
Initials. Come on, man. Y'all crazy,
bro. All right.
Yo, this
so
is
we've got
crazy.
Proctor.
What is going on? I didn't hear, man.
I can't, bro.
Oh, my goodness.
We got Proctor in the basement, Proctor in the attic, and
on
Giles
this floor.
Corey in the middle. It's like a sandwich almost.
The jail is like a ghost sandwich. You got Proctor's in the basement and attic, the bread, and you got GC right in the middle.
Yes.
No.
They make all of this shit way more fun because they have fun with it. And that makes me want a sandwich real bad.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised Jack Osbourne didn't run over there. Well, you guys got sandwiches? This restaurant's closed.
It's just sandwich, isn't it?
They're just stylish. They're stylish in every way. Like the way that they deliver these lines, the way that they dress. They're so much cooler dressed than all of the other ghost hunters during this entire thing. And you know what? It's the thing. Like they remind me of, you know what's the difference between me and you? I make this look good. Like they're Agent J, basically, if you think about it. Because everybody else is boring white guys.
Tommy Lee Jones in this situation. He's like, get away, old boring man.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, well, we get more though.
Shun everybody. Yeah, like they do it so much better.
They do, and they do kind of become the focus, but they can't just be the full focus because celebrity guests are just starting to pop off all over this. First, you had Tim Wood in the jail. Now the Proctor house, they get a visit from the Newkirks. Greg and Dana Newkirk of Hellier fame and the Traveling Paranormal Museum, which has us blocked on X for some reason.
Oh, no.
Mentioned them
They
once.
don't like you, Russ. They heard about you. They heard what you do. They heard your. They just heard
Never
about
once.
They
Never.
heard. They heard.
Streets.
Well, we all like them, though, I think. So here they are.
I love them. They're my favorite.
Yeah, I do, too. Here they are, Greg and Dana Newkirk in Haunted Salem Live.
Greg, tell me about these experiments that you guys are going to be performing.
Well, we're really excited about tonight because we have 3 simultaneous investigations happening in 3 related locations. So we're already kicking the energy in Salem up quite a bit.
How are you going to draw the spirits there?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to be creating a sigil, which is essentially a powerful magical symbol. And the intention behind the sigil is to open a doorway to help us with spirit communication.
Let's go into the house as Dana and Greg join the Kindred Spirits cast.
Hey, guys.
Our emotions.
Hi. Welcome.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Let's
Okay.
jump right in.
So while I cast the circle, the best way to look at it is if you guys want to visualize a bubble sort of over top of us, below us, just a huge bubble surrounding the entire room.
Okay.
And as I kind of cast a circle, if you guys just keep visualizing it, making it as strong as possible, the idea then is that while we add the sigil, our intentions are going to be sort of maximized.
We're visualizing like a bubble as you do.
Just a huge bubble. It's really simple.
All right, so they're using
It's not that hard, Deborah.
sigil magics. We know all about that from Joshua P. and Frillock are all about the sigils, but a lot of other more legit people are also in the sigils too. I had to cut it there before. I wanted to cut it before Dana made that protective bubble. I don't want our listeners to kind of be affected by any kind of witch
they're
casting.
protecting themselves from us.
Yes,
That's
and
unnecessary.
It's such a shame that like on this show, sigils, the main thing they're associated with is Joshua P. Warren and Verloc.
Yeah.
Those are the first names that come up. But like that whole sigil thing goes so much deeper than the way that they use it. It's just
pretty cool generally, but they made it look dumb.
This is a proper representation of the use of the sigil, I think. Like this is way more legitimate what the Newkirks do here compared to what Joshua P. Warren does.
Oh yeah, and look, and I'm all for them being there, especially if their intention is to amp up things for something to happen. It's like, yes, do that. I'm glad that is kind of what they're kind of into. Is like, we're I'm going home chip coffee. Like, yeah.
Yes. Get into it. It's immersive. This is an immersive experience for us. So get into it.
I'm digging it. And look, they're popping it off like Chip Coffey. Speaking of Chip Coffey, man, he is in the room here. So his reaction to Dana Newkirk doing this bubble of protection, this might be my favorite part of this. He really has a moment here on live TV, right?
All right, let's let you
This is kind of intense. Are you
It
picking
is.
up
Are you
anything?
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just very intense.
Yeah, it is. It is very intense.
Very intense.
Do you feel like they know what we're doing?
Oh, yeah.
They do. Okay.
What do you think?
I think that they absolutely know.
They know what we're doing.
Paint.
And with what you said before when we were talking earlier, they're through this house like a spider web.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, he's vibing. Him and Dana are vibing right now. They were like just yes-anding for a second. They're fucking really psychic vibing. I could feel it.
He almost sounds surprised to be feeling things in a haunted location. It's like, you shouldn't. You're Chip Coffey. Like, you should be like, Jesus Christ, I think there's like a ghost or something here. It's like, yeah.
What? Dear me, oh my.
It's the way that he matter of facts everything that he says. When people ask him a question and they're just like, do you think that they know? He's like, oh yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, they do.
Of course.
Duh. Like, it's like, yeah, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, she got him. She was like, got him. Got you. Dana, props to Dana for getting him. So now the action starts really picking up. They go back to the jail and the Ghost Brothers and Cindy and Tim.
So what we're going to do, it's a form of sensory deprivation, and what we're going to do is try to channel in the energy we're communicating with right now.
But you said weird.
Yeah. What do you mean by weird? This is who we are. I mean, if one of you guys.
Oh, it's two people.
Yeah.
Oh, like W-E.
Yeah.
Got it. I see what's going on.
Okay.
Because it's not me. Because you can't turn that upside down and say me. Because I was going to say no.
All right.
Just like that.
So, what do you need to do for that?
So what we're going to do is we're going to, put ping pong balls over our eyes and listen to some like binaural.
Yeah, Tim is on. Oh my gosh, you guys are like, you just had so many spirits.
I'm getting out of this energy field. I'm not gonna.
Where you going?
I'm just getting right next. I'm getting out.
Yeah, we got. I'm not in that circle though. How many of y'all are in here?
What's happening? It's such chaos right now.
Okay, so what they were trying to do is something they were calling the Dansville experiment. I think that's what they called it. It looks a lot like the Estes method from Hellier, but it involves ping pong balls over your eyes, as you heard. And one of the Ghost Brothers was not having that. Neither was their sister Cindy. So you got Tim, the guest guy, and Dalen. Now they're sitting there with ping pong balls covering their eyes and headphones on.
Ping pong balls.
It's like a full sensory deprivation thing. And they're doing everything right now. The REM pod, the spirit box, the Ouija board. They threw everything at this.
I will say I'm interested. I'm intrigued by that method of where you've got, somebody completely either in a different room or where basically they can't hear who's asking the questions, but they're being kind of the conduit.
What if we did that with you on a live stream?
Yeah, I'm down for that, actually.
We blindfold you, put
ping pong balls.
Yeah, we put balls on your eyes. We cover your ears with something. I don't know. We put earmuffs on you.
Misogynist.
We'll figure it out.
And then we'll just ask you random questions and we'll see what happens. We'll do an experiment.
It tries to say things like,
well, you said weird.
Yeah. What do you mean by weird?
Yeah, what do you mean by weird doing this?
Yeah, me. Like, what was that? How did they do that? That was kind of cool, actually. I like that. He was like, no. Flip it around.
Yeah. What do you mean by weird?
Yeah.
And then there's another one from that, too. I like when they realize what weird really means.
Oh, it's two people. Yeah. Oh, like W-E.
Yeah, W-E, we.
Mm-hmm.
We got it.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Honestly, I think that would be pretty fun. I'm not going to guarantee any good results, but...
Well, I don't know what the other part of it is. I know the ping pong balls and the things over your ears, but are you plugging into a spirit box? Are you plugging into a moan box or a REM pod?
They were tandem Ouijaing while they were completely.
Oh, okay, all right, all right.
They were Stranger Things, like they did the 11 thing, where like she completely isolates herself so she can go into the upside down.
Yep.
But
what are we looking for exactly?
I don't know. I don't know why we're doing this. I feel like this was a bad idea. I don't know why that one guy volunteered, because he immediately was freaked out when anything started to happen. And it was just like, it seemed like a whole bunch of bad ideas. The Ouija board, all of that stuff. They should know better.
In the jail, it was actually the most exciting part. It starts to get really intense, and they have to very dramatically pull the plug. Let's listen.
Yo, it feels so weird in here.
Bro, it just keeps maxing out. Like, okay, so it just keeps maxing out. I don't know what's going on over
It looks like he's going into trance. I'm not kidding. He doesn't look right.
This Gant, this sensory deprivation is crazy. Get him out. Get him out. Let's get him out. Let's get him out. Yo. Hold on. Get Dalen out of there.
What you doing?
Get him out.
What the heck? What do y'all got going on in there, bro? Yo.
Rim pod is going.
Okay,
Take the bro.
Y'all all right?
Bro, stand up. Come here. Bro.
What? Right? You all right, bro? Oh, my God.
I don't want no parts of none of that.
So I didn't care much for the other segments, but this was great. They act like they caught him kissing or something, the way they say this is awesome.
What the heck? What do y'all got going on in there, bro?
Look what's going on. They're ripping ping pong balls out their eyes.
Oh my God. Stay out. Get out.
Yeah, no, you could tell that one guy was genuinely freaked out. The one ghost brother was genuinely freaked out. It sounded like genuine. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bad at telling the difference at this point because I've watched.
No, you're very correct. It's just like, man, I mean, a lot of these people are acting. So,
Yeah.
and they're very good at it, but it did sound like genuine fear.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like what they're doing would be freaky just in general. Like you're in this weird haunted place. You now have isolated yourself from everything. Basically, you've closed off your hearing. You can't see anything. You're holding a Ouija board. There's a bunch of other weird shit going on in all the other buildings around you. Like this is pretty freaky. Like I don't know. Like something's gonna happen. You're gonna feel something, or your brain's gonna make you think you feel something.
They did like the Zach Baggins trance thing. They were all like kind of got a little bit possessed looking. So much so that one guy's like,
what the heck? What do y'all got going on in there, bro?
It sounded like you walked in on your wife or something. If you talking like that, like that was like saying very genuine. I don't think I was acting.
Nah, it sounded like he was freaked out. It sounded like he was freaked out.
Genuinely freaked out.
Genuinely freaked out. Yeah, and while this is going on, Jack Osbourne is still digging around at Rockefeller Restaurant, but now he gets joined by psychic medium Michelle Bellinger. And this really is a lot like Baggins' Haunted Museum. It's got everyone in it. Like we said earlier, all these people just keep popping up.
Paranormal State OG right here. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she's an author. Yep. And she appeared on Paranormal State. So let's hear the restaurant gang learning about something exciting happening elsewhere.
Well, Dalen's been attacked at the jail.
He's what?
I just heard Dalen's been attacked at the jail.
Attacked?
Okay.
Are you attacking who Dalen?
It said Dalen's been attacked in the jail.
I'm going to put this down since it seems to be kind of torquing him off a bit.
There's that stupid
Did
machine
you
in
just
the
attack
background.
one of our friends in the jail?
Who's at the Gowl? Say it again. Who is at the Gowl with the brothers? That's the same name twice, but I don't know what it is. Who is at the Gowl?
Who's just attacked Dalen?
They're there.
Oof, I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
Come on, spit it out.
I'm like legit getting the chills.
Sounds like someone's on speakerphone in a bathroom.
I know. They're not on walkie-talkies talking to the people that are actually at the jail. They're talking to their moan box. Like, who's attacking them? And Jack is very excited. He got those chills, even if these are just secondhand chills from other people. But whatever they're talking to there, yeah, that is kind of a cool piece of tech, though. It's like an old-timey radio. I know it's so weird, but I want to mention this and play this clip.
Who is at the Gowl with the brothers?
I want to point out Dalen Marcus and Juwan are friends. They are not brothers. I know they're on the team to call the Ghost Brothers.
They're the Ghost Brothers.
Who's attacking the brothers?
Who is at the Gowl with the brothers?
She's Liz, she's trying to be cool. Give her a break.
They're just friends.
Give her a break.
Oh, she had to keep saying "gal" too. It's like you don't have to be pretentious. You can say jail.
I think she gets a pass on this one. She was just trying to be cool. You know, she was like, she didn't know how to say. She doesn't know all of their names to say it in a row.
She didn't know any of them. She's like, who? Galen? Salem? What's his name?
Yeah. Oh, I thought she was trying to say jail.
Yeah,
and like the old timey word of I thought she said at the, and so yeah, no one's name sounds like that. I don't know. I guess I completely miss.
So, and look, like I said before, the Ghost Brothers segment I thought was the best, but the Newkirks showing up at the Proctor house to, help those Kindred Spirits crew, that kind of made that one a lot better because they go back to them and they're still in that bubble, the protective bubble. But Greg Newkirk paints a sigil like on live TV. That was very cool. He created this sigil here, and it's showed pretty prominently, and we get an actual Estes method. We don't get the ping pong ball thing. This is where someone is blindfolded and their headphones are hooked to a Frank's box. Isn't that the correct name of that one, Drea? Is that what they're using there?
Yeah, sure. Honestly, I don't know.
Frank's box is what you
It's
think
called
it's
Frank's
called?
box. It's a famous paranormal tool, but that's what I think that's part of the Estes method. Estes method used in Hellier. They actually do this here, and they ask questions to the person that's hooked to it, and he answers through the person. I know Connor from Hellier, that he did that in that scene. Pretty amazing. But
yeah.
This time, Amy Bruni is hooked up, and this happens.
So we're going to ask questions. She's going to be listening to the Frank's box and not know anything that we're asking. She's just going to say what she thinks she hears.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Who's here with us? Are you part of the...
Making money off of death.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Were you accused of being a witch?
The attic.
We were in the kids. It's the kids. Can you just tell us how old you are? Are you a child?
It's there.
Okay, but who's there? What's there? What's there?
Is he there?
The people. Attic.
Amy.
This attempt at Estes method, not as successful as seen on Hellier, that's for sure. She's just saying random stuff that doesn't answer any question.
Making money off of death.
Oh, I did like that, though. That sums up most ghost hunting shows here with just...
Making money off of death.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit, you're calling us out. Holy fuck.
The way she said it
We're
was...
not making money off of death. We're making fun of people to make money off of people who make money off of death.
That she had that one loaded up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Which ghost or her?
I don't know.
Her.
Both of them.
She said it so fast. Either way,
Yeah.
it was kind of incredible.
Yeah, and look, it may seem like so far, listening to this, that there's just 3 teams doing very unconnected investigations. Wrong. There's a reason they made sure to shoehorn a psychic medium onto every team. If you notice, Jack's just got his. The Ghost Brothers have theirs. They got the Newkirks and Chip Coffey in the other house because they have a plan.
It's the formula, yeah.
Oh, they have a plan involving everyone's favorite flat phantom, Giles Corey.
Giles's ghost is often said to be seen before and after tragic events.
And so people say now that if you see the specter of Giles Corey, that something terrible is going to happen to the town of Salem.
Our paranormal teams are attempting something never done before on live television. We're just about to hold a live seance from all 3 of our haunted locations simultaneously. Each team, led by a medium, will work together with one main objective: to contact Giles Corey. Their goal? To reason with Corey and help the city of Salem and all these haunted locations by lifting this wretched curse once and for all.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to him. This is a really great plot for something like this. Like, even if it makes no sense, we have no idea if Giles Corey is a ghost at all. Who cares? Put more weight, fucking lean into it. I think Giles Corey would even approve because he's all like,
I curse you from the bottom of my black heart.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because it's such a dramatic pitch. And you're right. This is the kind of thing that you base an entire 4-hour special on. It has to be dramatic. And then you're thinking like, well, they're actually going to do it, right? Oh, the whole city's going to be uncursed now. How do you even quantify that?
I mean, George Norrie was scared to even touch a Ouija board. You've got, if you are really a believer and you believe that a seance with powerful mediums in all these different places is going to actually have some kind of effect. I mean, it does take a little balls to do something like that.
Sounds so annoying though, to have 3 people trying to call you at once. Like literally, like you're just trying to do your thing. You've been here for literally hundreds of years.
The Salem Triangle they're creating around
one
this,
night out of nowhere, you're blowing up. Like, it's like, leave me alone. Just trying to be Giles Corey over here. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Why out of nowhere, all of a sudden I'm getting hit from every single building in this entire neighborhood. Everybody wants to talk to Giles.
This could have been any GC. It could have been Gary Cooper. I don't know. You could name some more. Gary Carter of the Mets. Who knows? It could have been anyone. We don't know.
Wow.
But
you had those locked up, ready to go.
No, actually, I just came up with those. I'll take credit for that. But it is actually, it is seance. You can think of a GC one. I'm sure we'll figure out something. So it's seance time now. You've got Michelle with the Jack Osbourne group in the restaurant. You got Chip with the Newkirks and the Kindred Spirits at the Proctor House. And then Cindy, the ghost sister in the jail. They all start holding hands over a spirit board and on live TV, which reminds me, They said there would be audience interaction in this. You know, they're telling them things they might have missed. They made a big deal of the audience as part of this. There's not been any, at least
when it was live, guys.
Yeah, when it was actually live.
Maybe they were checking Twitter while it was live. During his recap version.
Don't make me defend this show again.
There was no mention of the fact that the internet even existed on this.
Stop.
They're not even talking to each other. They're talking to spirit boxes.
Because it's irrelevant in the replay. They don't have time. 4 hours we cut this thing down from. 4 hours.
Yeah, I think the full version is locked in some basement in Salem because I couldn't find it. But they're all ready to go.
They couldn't mention every time someone said, I love the Ghost Brothers, or, you know, like
I want
some
like
chip in
super
my
chats.
coffee.
Did they pop up on the bottom of the screen? Like
they couldn't,
like a pop-up video or
this
something?
thing would have been still cut down 2 hours long, dude. They couldn't. They had to cut that part of it out. This is the immersive side of it is over. This is now just watching the rewind.
It's a full-on threesome seance about to happen. They're all ready to go, but hold on. The Ghost Brothers have a super special guest that they're going to throw in the mix late in the game.
Let's bring in Jody.
It's Jody. You want to come on?
Jody, you can come on in. So we would like to bring in Jody, who's actually a direct descendant from someone from the Salem witch trial. Do you mind sitting here? Sure. And you said you don't mind participating in the Ouija board?
The spirit board?
I'll give it a shot.
All right. I'm definitely not going to touch it. I want to
Can you kind of explain your connection to the family?
So I'm descended from William and Joanna Blessing Town, who were the parents of Rebecca Town Nurse, Mary Town Esty, and Sarah Town Cloyce. And they were the three sisters who were all accused of witchcraft.
And did they pass away because of that?
Yes. Rebecca Nurse was one of the first to be hung on July 19th.
Okay. So you're from a direct descendant from someone who died because of all the atrocities that happened because of the Salem witch trial.
Correct.
So basically, you're related to the girls from Hocus Pocus, is what you're trying to tell us.
Basically. And I got to say, this jail is officially overpopulated now between special guests and ghosts and everything. This place is packed. There's so many people there. But wow, yeah, an actual descendant, allegedly, of a hanged witch. This is Jody. She's participating in the Ouija board. And so now he's going to use her. It's kind of like a trigger object. Like the Newkirks did their sigil. They're using this to kind of fuel the energy in this place and get some answers.
Would you say bait?
Yeah, she's Giles Corey bait for sure. That's why they bring her here. So that's what's going on in the jail. But back at the Proctor house with the kindred spirits and Hellier, Chip Coffey finally gets to take center stage and have full run of the seance. And it is fabulous.
John Proctor, if you're in this space, come and be with us now in this circle. We know that you had a very interesting history in this town, and we want to know more about you and perhaps correct some of the things that history's told us about you or verify them.
I feel like the entire table is moving. Why is it moving, you guys?
It's crazy moving.
I feel like it's pulsating.
It's going wub, wub, wub.
Yeah.
Yes. You guys, you can see it moving.
I kind of don't want to touch it anymore, but I'm going to have to keep touching it.
It looks like it's rocking like back and forth.
More weight.
That's what he said?
We may have somebody pretending to be somebody else.
Like who? Someone pretending to be John Proctor? Because we expect John Proctor to be here. Right. So who is it?
I mean, because he said Giles Corey's the one that says... Yeah, he's the one that says more weight. That was like his famous last words.
More weight? That's
so
crazy. Can
Giles is faking us out.
Why? So is he over in the jail too?
Or is John at the jail?
Why are you looking at me like that?
What?
Chip. Come on, Chip.
Hey.
Chip.
Hey.
Chip.
Hey.
Chip.
Hey. Stop.
Uh-oh.
Boy, all those theories, they just cracked Chip Coffey's brain, man. He shut down for a minute. And notice in this, you don't hear the Newkirks at all during that. They are sitting at this, but I don't think they're buying what the kindred spirits are laying down here.
And that's what I appreciate about them.
They were in shock. They were in shock.
Oh, right.
He went full fucking Mitch McConnell. They didn't know what to do. They were looking at him. They're like, holy shit. Unplug him. Plug him back in. He's broken.
Chip. Come on, Chip.
Hey.
Chip.
Chip.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For real. Like, he pulled a full-on Zach Baggins, like, hold up, guys. I've suddenly become fully possessed.
He did, and they couldn't do anything because they're all like
going
whoop, whoop, whoop,
Yes.
chip, 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 chip. Like this whole fucking scene.
Please stop being weird. You're doing that thing that you do again. Oh, God.
I think you forgot what spooky thing you were going to say next. And so you're trying to think of what to do next. And then that medium trance-like state, he gets locked into there because he's like, well, no. Oh, this is what I'm going with. I'm going this. Yep, I'm going to be super creepy this way.
I was scared.
That's what
I was fucking scared, honestly.
No, I saw it.
Getting nervous for him.
Yeah.
The Newkirks didn't look too affected though, but they are actively participating though. Dana's doing card pulls. She pulls the devil, which they in this they say it means manipulation, and then they pull it twice, and they get very freaked out. I wanted to ask you about that, Drea. What did you think of her interpretation of the devil card in that situation?
I find it generally incorrect when people think that it doesn't mean that it's a very self-reflective card. It usually has something to do with you yourself, the person who's pulling the card. Context is everything. So depending on what they're asking, yes, it could be something like that. Like, let's say you're sitting and you're already having a conversation with some entity or what have you. And then you finally say something like, okay, so like, what are you? What's your name? And then the answer is the devil. Okay, that's some other context. In general, when you pull it, it usually means your own vices, the things that get in when you're getting in your own way. It's like, what is it? So it's got the card, it has the devil in the background, right? But there's also two people in the forefront of the card, a man and a woman holding hands, and there's a chain connecting them to each other. I don't remember if it's by the wrists or by the ankles, but it's that kind of thing, like something that is controlling you that is not a literal devil. It's sometimes another person. And again, more than likely, you.
That could probably equally freak them out. They're probably thinking
Making money off of death.
Oh my God.
That's already been laid out there, but right before it's all in all their brains during this too.
So basically what you're saying is the devil is in the details.
Yes, girl. Yes, absolutely. In this case, guess what the devil is? All of them.
Man, it starts to get a little heavy. So much so, like Chip's brain broke. Like Chip. I played it. But
he broke.
No,
he did.
He went full Chip McConnell.
Come on, Chip.
Hey.
Chip.
The coffee got decaffeinated, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
At least he didn't start choking himself. That's all I'm going to say. All right. This could have gotten way worse. We've seen this happen. Okay. He could have started punching himself in the face or slamming his head into the table, like in fucking Talk to Me. Like this could have gotten crazy. So
Chip's not going to jump the shark for this. He'll save it for something else. So they kind of cut from here, and then they show the Ghost Brothers team with Ted and Cindy from Holzer. And the Ted guy, he's scribbling in a notebook. I guess he's doing some kind of spirit writing, while Cindy talks about people being taken out in rags. And they do seem to be on the same page as the kindred spirits. They say that, no, this is not Giles, it's someone else, and that it's their time. And the letters JP show up on something, which they assume is John Proctor. And whatever this was supposed to uncover, it might have to wait till another day, because they just started wrapping it up, and they close it out by conducting a memorial to the innocent victims of the Salem witch trials. They do a very respectful gesture to those 20 victims of the trials, even though, I don't know, they might have actually been witches anyway. So why would you want to...
including the dogs.
Yeah. Allegedly, those could have been witch dogs, but they do this by reading a letter from an actual accuser involved in the case. This is over 300 years old case, where a young girl apologizes for their actions that led to the deaths of those 20 people. A girl named Ann Putnam, and they decide this is great. This is a great way to close it. We'll read this.
This is awesome.
Is just a child
Grand
at the time.
finale.
And the cast takes turns reading it. So bow your heads as everyone reads a little girl's apology.
I desire to be humbled before God for that sad and humbling providence that befell my father's family in the year about 92.
That I, by being in my childhood, should by a providence of God be made an instrument of the accusing of several persons of a grievous crime, whereby their lives were taken away from them, whom now I have just grounds and good reason to believe they were innocent persons.
And that it was with great delusion of Satan that deceived me in the sad time, whereby I justly fear I have been instrumental with others, though ignorantly and unwittingly, to bring upon myself in this land the guilt of innocent blood.
Though what was said or done by me against any person, I can truly and uprightly say, before God and man, I did not out of any anger, malice, or ill will to any person, for I had no such thing against one of them.
But what I did was ignorantly, being diluted by Satan, and particularly as I was a chief instrument of accusing good wife nurse and her 2 sisters.
I desire to lie in the dust and to be humbled for it, in that I was a cause with others of so sad a calamity to them and their families.
For which cause I desire to lie in the dust and earnestly beg forgiveness of God, and from all those unto whom I have given just cause of sorrow and offense, whose relations were taken away or accused.
I'm Jamie Kaler, and from our paranormal teams, our crew, and the Travel Channel, thank you, and good night from Salem.
Wow, powerful. It was like the We Are the World or the COVID celebrity singing Imagine.
Dude, that's literally what I was thinking, was that this was like the ghost hunting equivalent of We Are the World, but it was not. At the same time, it was the worst. It was the worst.
Did the ghosts even know that a girl wrote that? They might think Jack Osbourne did this to him. Like, this could just be pissing off the ghost. They're like, wait, you're going to read this to me? That was you? All of you?
If you want to take it a step further, Ozzy did this to us.
That's true. Ozzy is he is to blame for all of this.
Jack is taking after his father in many, many ways. And I can't wait to see what his later career is going to look like. I guess that'll be like kind of imagining what I'll look like when I get older. Like, I wonder if we'll look similar as old men. You know?
And then maybe you guys will rekindle your friendship too. Your long lost twinhood.
Oh, I think one of them has to kill the other one. That's the only way that's how doppelgangers work.
It does feel like it's all leading there. Like someday that will come to a head, and there will be like 10 of us in a room, and then like slowly it'll get narrowed down to just me and him, and I'll just be like, God damn it, I didn't want to have to do this, Jack.
And he'll offer you that rose.
Bash it with his moan box. All right. So what did you guys think of this? Did you learn anything new about the Salem witch trials? I know I was hoping to.
What that box was called. What did you call it again? I forgot it. So maybe I didn't learn anything.
The Frank's box.
Frank's
box. But he
box.
just calls it Frank's box, which is completely different. You got to call it the Frank's box.
The Frank's box.
Because Frank's box is I don't even want to get into it. We don't have enough time. We're at the end of the episode. And
I want to make a Frakes box where it just says Jonathan Frakes saying no or yes to things over and over.
Maybe that's what it's called. It could be the Frakes box for all we know. I think we just all have a hearing problem.
Yeah, that could be. I've only got one ear on, you know. Fuck it.
And normally, like before like a big, like you think a 4-hour long special about Salem, you'd be like, forget everything you knew about Salem witch trials. For this, it's like, you better remember everything you ever knew about the Salem witch trials, because they aren't really explaining shit at all. Yeah. And if you don't know a lot going in, they don't really try to catch you up too well. I don't know. I want to know, you guys say you didn't really learn much from this. I don't know. What should the poll be for this? There's so many possibilities. Like, who's the best at hunting witch ghosts? Who would you want to hunt witch ghosts with?
Yeah, which team?
Who's your favorite team? Who's your favorite team from this Salem Live or whatever the hell it's called?
Haunted Salem
Live. Yeah, I guess there's something, but we could do some generic, like, what's your favorite Halloween candy? We'll skip that. So
that's for later. That's a general poll that everybody answers every year.
We can do that. So yeah, be sure to go to unbelieverspodcast.com and answer this week's poll. What's it going to be? Who's your favorite witch ghost hunting team?
Who do you want to go ghost hunting with?
There you go. Of all the teams, you'll have the Kindred Spirits, the Holzer Files, the Ghost Brothers, and Portals to Hell, or other, of course. So let's get out now we're going to get out now with the song Salem from Min Na. And you got to let this play for a bit, Rob. We can maybe pot it down and comment, because I think our music advisor really struck gold here.
It's been now. Senses of the struggle and we continue life here. Yeah. Eternal fire flames inside my skin. It is spreading throughout, and there might be my power increases more each day. Their sin is black and magic here growing inside me. The devil and the evil working together. Oh, if they only knew, if they could feel. Is growing up in me, it's been burning me. They're burning all the witches of the Salem. They're destroying all the witches of the Salem. They're burning all the witches and then make the Salem my world. And make the Salem my world. Burning in a bonfire of ignorance desire within a blazing fire. Can't you see that if it's just a strength in me? See me burning, see me ascending. Yeah. Eternal revelation.
Oh, Rob's like, I'm tapping out. Yeah, Mina with the song Salem. Amazing work.
I imagine that must be what like Coheed and Cambria sounds like to people who don't like Coheed and Cambria. You know what I mean?
Well, as somebody who doesn't care for Coheed and Cambria, nope, sounds pretty different. I would prefer to listen to Coheed and Cambria. Cambria.
I don't know what that sounds like, but that's disturbing. Why? What does that have to do? What does that have to do with Salem?
What's it called? Salem. They're talking about must burn all the witches in Salem, which wasn't true. That's definitely.
I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention to the lyrics closely. I could barely understand what they were garbling.
Understand lyrics because I was so bewildered by the assault on my senses. I felt like I could smell that song, and it wasn't good.
The genre of music has been put on blast by that song. Let's just say that. Like I don't even know what that even was. But great job, Mina. Go check that out on YouTube. That's the song Salem. But wow. What an appropriate way to end such a great sandwich of paranormal with our three favorite teams and everyone else in the paranormal all showing up to read a little girl's apology at the end. Nothing really much happened from it, but props for trying.
It was fabulous, regardless. In the end, I think we all walked out a little bit sadder, and like with that ending, especially. But at least we learned a little bit of something about Salem. I think there was like a little bit of history in there.
We did. We learned that the jail is very spooky. It's good to bring a channeler with you wherever you go. Wish ghost hunting in New England was still around. They could have gone in and maybe gone in this old Ipswich jail or something. Shout out to Amelia. I'm sure you've covered this at some point. Who knows? Probably. But yeah, that was fun. This has been fun. I love this. This is great. Even if this is, I know we're going to try to put an episode out before Halloween. Maybe not, but this is spooky as we can get around this time of year. But we got one more thing we want to do, and everyone's been loving it, so I can't wait to get into it. Everyone's third favorite segment. What's that, Drea?
I think it's is it like poll results or something like that?
This week's poll, what would you want Stone Cold Steve Austin to investigate? And the choices were Bigfoot and other cryptids, ghosts, aliens, UFOs, or Stonehenge. I'm going to ask you, Drea Mora, what do you think the unbelievers said?
Man, I'm thinking everyone was just going to do a crapshoot wild card and just land on Stonehenge.
All right. What about you, Rob?
Yeah, I love the idea of Stone Cold at Stonehenge. Just fucking smashing beers against the stones and drinking them. I think it'd be really fun.
Sorry, but that came in a close second. But at 45% of the vote, Bigfoot and other cryptids, people want Stone Cold out there looking for Bigfoots. No one voted for ghosts. No one wants to see Stone Cold investigate. And that's the thing we listened to was him. That's what we listened to was him investigating ghosts, and he was not into
it.
Got
it. So it's like, why would you want it if you already got it? Sometimes you want what you don't got, and they want to see Bigfoot get stunned. They want to see Stone Cold hit Bigfoot with the stunner, which honestly I would pay money to see.
Whoa. Listen here. No, I would think you would want more. Like, hey, that's the winning formula.
No one wants it. Obviously, 0%. I'm staring at 0.0. But 36% did want Stone Cold at Stonehenge. So props to you guys. Yeah. But of course,
take it.
Of course, there are others. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? I would like him to investigate me so I can tell him he looks like a real piazza in that Village People leather vest. Signed, my name is Jeff. Oh, I should have read that as Jeff. I would like him to investigate. All right, you get it. Thank you, Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff, chiming in. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? Stone Cold Steve Austin should tag team with Jesse Ventura, investigate how I can turn on my radio and see them fight some 6 foot walking on 2 legs lizard man and humanzy. Okay. Thank you, Unbelievable Penguin, for that. Lots of stuff going on there.
6 foot lizard man.
6
That's
foot
a clip,
walking
right?
on. I think it is. I do think that is.
I've never seen anybody some 6 foot tall walking on 2 legs lizard.
Great pull, Unbelievable Penguin. What would you like Stone Cold to investigate? All he's doing is inventing snorkels for doing Bigfoot lingus. Signed, Grandpa Rus Ryan, Patreon host quotes. Okay, that's a Patreon host quote, I guess, of Grandpa Rus Ryan. All he's doing is inventing snorkels for doing Bigfoot lingus. Did I say that? I'm assuming I did.
Honestly, I'm thinking now. I'm wondering.
Well, this is Patreon host quotes.
Host quotes has never failed us. I have a
He really
feeling
hasn't.
that you
I
probably
definitely said
this,
that.
so,
I definitely said that on Patreon. I was comfortable enough to say inventing snorkels for doing Bigfoot lingus. Thank you, Patreon host codes. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? Whoa. You're just going to take on poll results like that? Instead, please tell us how to turn on the radio so we can see a reptilian. Signed, Green Finhawk.
Whoa. Hold on. He's just going to take me out like that.
That's got my vote so far.
Yeah, and there's another Jesse Ventura quote in there, too. He does a deep pull.
So how do I turn the radio on and see a reptilian?
Thank you, Green Finhawk. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? Get ready to raise some hell. Stone Cold Steve Austin is back for one night only. Don't miss out on the action-packed return of the Texas Rattlesnake as he takes on the secret overlords of the earth, lizard people. Grab a cold one and prepare for an unforgettable night of mayhem and excitement. Signed, Tony. Wow, okay. Tony cutting not a promo, but I guess an intro or I guess kind of a promo.
That's a promo.
That's a promo of a poll result right there. So yeah.
Yes. It's 10 stars for me. 10 star general. I vote for that.
Love it, Tony. Great one. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? My name is Face, and I ain't scared of nothing. If Stone Cold thinks he can take me on like that and come after my Bushman, I'm going to take a big old bite out of him. And that's what I'm going to do. Yabba dabba doo, Bushman. Okay. Thank you, Tycoon Titty Boy. Tycoon Titty Boy popping in there.
Yabba dabba doo, Bushman.
Thank you, Tycoon Titty Boy. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? Stone Cold vs. Mountain Monsters, a show where the cast of mountain monsters build traps to try and capture Stone Cold before he finds them. Each episode can end with Stone Cold coming out of the woods and delivering stunners, putting the mountain monsters crew in a nearby lake to get, you just play it, you know. If they're in a lake, they're going to be...
I'm a wet huckleberry. Hell yeah!
Thank you, Big Scary Storm, for that one. Wow, that was a great pitch. I'm digging that one. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? Stone Cold will be running like a guy chasing a floating lantern when the real dynamic duo of the paranormal world showed up. After we'd get done with him, he'd be like, what happened? Signed, Aerosol Telfer and Dick Lycan. Whoa. Wow, that's the paranormal teaming reference. I think we have a clip of them.
That's a floating lantern. You're not getting away from me.
Yeah, fantastic. But they would never get away from
Dick Likens and his friend Aerosol Telford.
Thank you for following the Patreon. Thank you for your money. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dick Lycan and Aerosol Telfer. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? If he could just get him in the same room as Pee-Pee, I feel like it would only be a matter of time before he grabbed that ginger scumbag grabbed that ginger scumbag by the ankle and snapped him like a towel. Can I get a hell yeah? Jesus, whooping Hooper coming in hard.
Hell yeah, man. Bushman, right.
Hell yeah.
All right. Thank you, whooping Hooper. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? I peed my bed. Quick, get Dave the hypnotist. Shit, Dave's not here, man. So, that's pretty good.
God damn it, that's really good. Ooh,
that's Unbeliever Darcy. Unbeliever Darcy coming in great with the
Unbeliever Darcy's always fucking nailing it.
Here you go.
Here he is, Dave the hypnotist.
And I got one for you too.
I peed in my bed.
Thank you, Unbeliever Darcy. I know I had something that said pee bad on my board. Thank you for that. All right. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? I want to see Stone Cold investigate the secret identity of Stone Cold E.T. My money is at Freddy Freaker. Can I get a hell yeah? A lot of people want a hell yeah. That was Josh. Thank you, Josh, for coming in with some Stone Cold E.T. action.
That looks like that's E.T.
Thank you, Josh. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? Stonehenge, where the banshees dwell and they do live well. Signed, Pants Filler. Thank you, Pants Filler. Yeah, of course. We want Stone Cold at Stonehenge. It only makes sense.
Be throwing up and filling my pants.
What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? He should investigate personally going to the houses and kicking the asses of all those haters out there who think wrestling is fake and stop them right there. Signed, Corrupted Mask. Ooh,
Brilliant.
I will personally come to your house and kick your ass.
Kick her ass.
You said it, Art, and you said it, Corrupted Mask. Damn right. And of course, for all the haters out there.
For those haters out there who think this is fake, I'll stop you right there.
All right. I'll stop.
All right. We'll stop. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? Stone Cold should go find David Huggins in New York and show him what a real ass whooping is. I wonder if good old David would like some catch up with that. Signed Blue Avian Flu. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh gosh.
No. I don't even know. I don't have any clips for this.
I don't think we have any there. Thank you, Blue Avian Flu. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? Stone Cold versus David Wilcox while Corey Good helplessly tries to calm down the situation by describing the Blue Avians in great detail. Signed, Gusto. Good one, Gusto. I like that one.
I like the name.
It's a truthful scenario too, which we've experienced, I think, several times on the show.
Okay.
It's all too real. Thank you, Gusto. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate? Stone Cold Steve Austin search for the infamous ghost pig of El Salvador. All 17 seasons streaming now on Hulu Max. Spoiler, he finds it. Signed, Kangaroo Jazz Pianist. Thank you. That's a new one. Cool. Kangaroo Jazz Pianist coming in.
I like their pitch too. That sounds pretty good. I would watch
17 seasons.
I'd watch him chase a ghost pig. I mean, that sounds like a Mountain Monsters bit already, but yeah.
I'm down for it.
Let's go.
I'm down for it. Thank you so much. What should Stone Cold investigate? Nobody, especially Ryle Russin, tells Stone Cold Steve Austin what to do, and that's the truth. I'm telling you this. If Stone Cold found Bigfoot, someone's going to get their ass whipped from pillar to post because Austin 316 just haunted your ass. Jesus Christ.
Whoa, I love that. That's so good.
Thank you, Boner Yogurt.
They were coming at you.
Boner Yogurt. I know. Coming in strong on me. What did I do? I'm just
Russell Ryan. I said his name backwards.
Didn't do anything. Thank you, Boner Yogurt. What should Stone Cold investigate? Honestly, I just want to see him work at a Stone Cold Creamery. Stone Cold Cold Stone somehow still manages to hit someone with a steel chair. Signed.
A Cold Stone Creamery.
Oh
Stone Cold Cold Stone Creamery, of course.
Yeah. Have you been to Cold Stone?
Yeah, I have been to a Stone Cold Creamery. Yes, they're pretty good.
I gotta get the clip. Awesome. I gotta get the clip. I know we have the old school. There's how many flavors there?
31. Yeah, sure.
31 flavors.
Apologies for
my apologies
for Rob and to Baskin Robbins.
There's more than 31
flavors.
Ah, yes. There we go. Oh no! I almost played the Carol Baskins clip.
Hey, that would be just as well.
Baskin Robbins, Carol Baskins. We never put that together.
And my apologies to Baskin Robbins. There's more than 31 flavors there.
Yeah, my apologies to Carol Baskins. There's more than 31 impressions she could do on her OnlyFans. Whoa. What should Stone Cold investigate? I'd really like him to investigate my dear old dad. He's committed so many crimes, and not only against me, also Bigfoot, them aliens, and Norwegian death metal artist, heiress of Artemis fame. Please help me. I'm so scared. Wait, are we getting more clues? Of course, this is a scared of my dad guy.
Scared
of course, he's always so scared of his dad.
Splinter's our dad, you know? I mean, what's so special about your dad?
Oh, I'm scared of him.
Facts.
Yeah, you said it. I forgot. Now Scared of My Dad Guy has a clip. I love that. Thank you, Scared of My Dad Guy. And finally, what would you want Stone Cold to investigate? Look, guys, I've experienced a time displacement and am full on DEFCON green. I've gone back in time to find Stone Cold when he was a kid to get him started on this path, but he's always been this big. He's huge. I told Russ and Russ said, big stones are nothing to sneeze at. It's true. I believe I did say that. Thank you so much, Taylor, chiming in. Taylor, that was a good one. I think that was the.
Here you go, Taylor.
I think there's one more.
Body was huge.
Is there one more? I'll let you read the last one, Drea. What would you want Stone Cold to investigate?
He can investigate these nuts.
Thank you so much, dude. Who is that?
That was from Satellite Jellyfish.
Thank you, Satellite Jellyfish. Bringing in their ear.
As you know, the UFO field is riddled with total nuts.
So there you go. It's the only nuts clip we had. I'm sorry.
That's fine, but because we can't see the jellyfish from space, and so at least we can investigate these nuts.
I couldn't see these nuts from satellite.
See the jellyfish from satellites. So,
fish.
So many good ones tonight, and thanks to everyone for chiming in on the poll. Man, the website, you can fit so many poll results in this bad boy. Who knew? But some of the ones I liked, I don't know. We had Patreon host quotes. All he's going to investigate. All he's doing is inventing snorkels for doing Bigfoot lingus. Grandpa Russ. I don't know why that's on there.
That one's hilarious.
I like the one who challenged you. Oh, it was Boner Yogurt, I believe, is my favorite tonight. They had the cake.
Boner Yogurt coming in with nobody, especially Ryle Russin, tells Stone Cold Steve Austin what to do. And that's the truth. I'm telling you this. If Stone Cold finds Bigfoot, someone's going to get their ass whooped from pillar to post because Austin 316 just haunted her ass. That's a really good one, too. There's so many good ones, too. I like Kangaroo Jazz Planet a lot with Stone Cold Steve Austin's search for the infamous ghost pig of El Salvador. All 17 season streaming now on Hulu Max. Spoiler, he finds it. Of course he does. That was a really good one. Drea, anyone stand out to you? Would you like?
Oh my, I mean, so many. Any one that basically where they were cutting a promo, I was all about. Tony, that was amazing. Tycoon Titty Boy was amazing. When is he not?
Show me how to turn on a radio and see a reptilian. I mean, bring that one out. That was classic. I haven't thought about that in a minute.
Because it combined multiple things. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
It's so hard to scroll through right now because it's making
it is hard to scroll through. And I did like Tycoon Titty Boy with "My name is Face and I ain't scared of nothing." If Stone Cold thinks he can take me on like that and come after my Bushman, I'm gonna take a big old bite out of him, and that's what I'm gonna do. Yabba dabba do Bushman. That was very good.
Yabba do Bushman is a pretty good. Yeah, honestly, it's between Tony and Tycoon Titty Boy for me. The 3 T's. Triple
Tony
challenge.
And Tycoon Titty Boy, man of summer. Let me read Tony's. All right, Tony with "Get ready to raise some hell." Stone Cold Steve Austin is back for one night only. Don't miss out on the action-packed return of the Texas Rattlesnake as he takes on the secret overlords of the Earth Lizard People. Grab a cold one and prepare an unforgettable night of mayhem and excitement. But I also say I did like Aracel Telfer and Dick Lycan with Stone Cold be running like a guy chasing a floating lantern. When the real dynamic duo of the paranormal world showed up after we get done with him, he'd be like, what happened? All really good. I don't know, man. There's so many. I'm gonna put it on you, Rob. Who did you like? Call it.
Well, I mean, I kind of feel bad now that you just said that one they had the what happened, because I don't think that we played the clip for what happened, which is the heart of that one. So here you go. Here's that.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. How I missed it, I don't know. But I'm gonna stick with Boner Yogurt. I'm sticking with my gut. From my gut, it felt like the one to me, and I'm sticking with Boner.
We also didn't play. Someone did reference DEFCON Green, and we didn't play that clip. That was from the recent episode too. But
see, all right, here you go. Here it is.
It's going full on DEFCON Green, right on my arm, right here.
There you go. You got it now.
You got it. But all right, Rob, I agree. Really? Congratulations, Boner Yogurt with nobody, especially Ryle Russin, tells Stone Cold Steve Austin what to do. And that's the truth. I'm telling you this. If Stone Cold finds Bigfoot, someone's going to get their ass whooped from pillar to post because Austin 316 just haunted your ass. Congratulations. You just won this week's poll results. All right. We come to the end of the show. But before we go, Rob Okey, you got anything you want to say or plug?
No, just... check out the show. Stay tuned. We're going to try to get another episode out before Halloween. Maybe something, maybe not like as deep of a story, not a 4-hour chopped up into a 45-minute sort of a thing, but maybe we'll try to get something out for Halloween. We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, we'll be back. We'll try to maybe do our little trilogy of terror we do every year. Maybe Puss Dying.
Follow the Patreon. I mean, that's what I'll plug. Check out the Patreon. There's just so much stuff on the Patreon to check out. So go check out the Patreon.
Go check it out. A lot of stuff up there. How about you, Drea? You got anything you want to say or talk about?
I have so much I want to talk about. Are you kidding? But just follow me on Instagram, I guess, at Best Drea Mora, because that's what I do best.
Go follow Drea there. Now I'll just say, go check out our live streams on YouTube. We've done since our last episode, if you just listen to the podcast, we put out a Pascagoula abduction 50th anniversary weird little live stream. We've also done a Halloween time warp episode where we went through all kind of weird old vintage Halloween stuff. A lot of fun. Go check all that fun stuff out on YouTube. And that's it. The Unbelievers podcast hosts were Drea Mora and me, Rus Ryan. Our producer and soundboard engineer is Rob Okey. Our editor is Isa YZ. You can follow us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/Unbelievers podcast for monthly bonus episodes and so much more. Follow the show on Twitter at Unbelievers Pod and Instagram at Unbelievers Podcast. Our Facebook group is the Unbelievable Podcast Network. And check out our merch store at TeePublic. There's a link in the description and on the website. There's links to everything. Our music advisor is Pandora3373. Our official composer and theme song creator is Unbeliever Aaron, aka Ron Shilb. Follow him on Instagram at the AA Ron Shilb. Our official graphic designer and card maker designed our logo is Raymond Rowell. Check out his work at Harley Warren Art on Twitter and harleywarren.com on the internet. Our official guardian of the bench is at Kraken Stacker. Our official alien bopper is Nunchuck Pop. And for Patreon, our official reptilian at the post office is Postal Patty. Our official extraterrestrial woman still waiting for hashtag rubbing heads to trend is Crescent Moon. Our official Reverend Doctor of the podcast is the non-Newtonian Druid. Our official Big Island Paranormal Friendly Weatherman is Green Finhawk. Our official Procrastinator is Jeffrey Hartneriff. Our official Baby Yoda Publicist is Pam Z. Our official Unbeliever listening between the stations for a message from Art Bell is Scott E. Our official Unbeliever Racing Puckwudgies is Joe Filler. Our official Madman is Unbeliever Adam. Our official Time Traveler is Taylor Nelson. Our official Snack is Jack S. Our official Ghost Hunter is Amelia Childs and Ghost Hunting in New England. And QB Halloween. It's back. It's on Netflix. Everyone's so excited. Our official senior European correspondent is Kay Mill of the I Don't Know podcast. Our official paranormal art curator is Isis Haynes. Our official Rod is Rod Big BB. Our official Unbeliever in need of titles are Postal Patty, Mike Henry, Todd X, Liv Vicious, Sandra, Deborah Foles, Ramiro, Trash Baby, Adam Dorek, Retroy Josh. And this week's Unbeliever focus is Caleb D, who is starting up a local ghost tour for his neighborhood this Halloween. That's kind of cool. He's starting up this whole thing. And look, I asked Caleb if they were doing it just because they're really into Halloween, but Caleb said no. And that just they're just really into
making money off of death.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Good night.
Discontinue! Discontinue!